Vinegar Syndrome. It's a company that restores old movies, lost movies, genre pictures, mostly selling off their website, but they do open storefronts here and there. I think there's maybe three or so, but there is one in Toronto where I live, and it opened at the end of October of last year, and of this recording. And so I always wanted to go, but the thing is, it's so difficult to get there within the city. It's not the greatest constructed city ever. A lot of the highways don't cut into the more higher population areas, and the parking is almost non-existent in a lot of the old parts of town, of which this store is. So I had the week off, and I said, you know what, I have a day off here. Let me go to Vinegar Syndrome. Let me go to the store, see what they have. I'm sure they have a lot of their own cool stuff, but also other labels as well. And I love my B movies, so let's check it out. I took a bunch of footage. I'm going to throw to that footage, and then at the end of it, we'll come back and take a look at what I got. Hey, this is a Trek. It's a little Trek video. As you probably know, there's a Vinegar Syndrome store. So Vinegar Syndrome is a boutique Blu-ray DVD thing online, and they opened a store in Toronto. And it's on Roncesvalles. They claim it's downtown Toronto, but it's not really downtown. But it's still in a nice little district of Toronto. I came early. They open at 2 on like the weekdays. And I'm off, so I never have time to come down here because it's fairly far. I had to take transit. I'm afraid of driving down here because there's no place to park. So transit was like, an hour and a half to get here. But, it's a nice little trip. I'm off. I don't have to work today. Right now, I'm holed up in a Gabby's. Gabby's is a chain of pubs here in Toronto, and I'm the only one here. I'm having my Rickards Red here, and I'm waiting for my calamari, and I'm gonna wait it out for about 30 minutes or so. Just play on my phone and having a beer, and then I'm gonna go down to the Vinegar Syndrome store when it opens at 2. So see you then. I'm walking over to the Vinegar Syndrome store here in sunny Roncesvalles, and it's a nice +3 over here, so hoping to find some cool stuff. So here we are in the interior of the Vinegar Syndrome store, and I took a whole bunch of footage of the shelves and everything just so you can see what's in there, but these are not all of the shelves. So here, this is the shelf that's facing the used shelf. Unfortunately, I didn't get any footage of the used shelf. Used shelf had a lot of cool stuff. I bought one of the cool things. You got Commando Ninja. That's awesome. Several weird ninja things in here, but there's a whole bunch of foreign stuff as well. I think this shelf has a bunch of Vinegar Syndrome stuff. The Vinegar Syndrome store has all of the cool things Vinegar Syndrome has. I see Penitentiary 2 there, but not 1 or 3, because everyone loves 2. That's the only one I own as well. Grandmother's House. As I was saying, this store has all of the stuff that's available from Vinegar Syndrome currently, but also they order from other labels as well, which I'll show later on. So here we have a whole bunch of stuff I hadn't seen before. Maybe because I just flipped through it on the website, but it's pretty awesome to see all of it here. Black Crystal, Attack of the Beast creatures, that looked awesome. It's cool to go through this. It's like the old video store experience. You see a cool cover and you take a look at the back to see what it's all about, whatever. Here are the Forgotten GLE sets. I think there's 3 of them. The artwork is wonderful. Like, look at that stuff. I got the Cardona collection, 1 and 2. I think there's magnets in them because they kept sticking together. Villages of the Damned, which is 3 Spanish movies. What else is here? All this great horror art. This is a lot like the old Ma and Pa video stores, There was a kid standing next to me looking at all this stuff. His dad was off chatting with the clerks there. And I was like, yeah, he's getting that experience that we had as kids, looking at these wonderful covers of these movies and things. Um, Dude, I would want all of it. There's Gorgo. That's cool. The new Gorgo they released. Uh, you know, all this wonderful art. Cemetery of Terror. There's this Angel Avenging Angel, Angel 3. They were advertising that. Here is a case that has a bunch of out of print and rare stuff. And the price tags are astronomical. They're stratospheric. Fade to Black, Witch Trap, Rad. They had the vinyl of that in the basement, which I'll show later on. Action USA. I hope they reissue these. I tried to get the price tags of these here, the Hellraiser and all that stuff. Carrie out of print? That's weird. It looked like a British release. Robocop, House. That's awesome. So here's House, an American Horror Project price tags. And more horror. Now, this is the other labels. They had a huge wall of the other labels. So this is like Synapse and 88 Films, as you see here, and other guys. So they had a whole bunch of stuff here. They had some stuff. There's popcorn. They had some stuff that wasn't in stock just yet. I asked for a few things. I'd asked for Magic Cop, for example, from 88 Films, and they said it was on order. It's harder for them to get the stuff from the other labels, but the stuff from, Vinegar Syndrome, it's fairly easy. It's just order from headquarters, and you get it. There was a big hype when I went in there about how they were selling out of Existens, and I don't know if they're just talking it up so people just buy Existens. I don't know. But they had the deluxe Blu-ray with the booklet and all that stuff. Here's a wall of VHSs. This is in the basement. They have a whole selection of VHSs, and just walking around the basement. There's a church, a poster, T-shirts, Vinegar Syndrome, and other T-shirts here. I didn't take a look at the sizes. So here are all the Vinegar Syndrome T-shirts. It's pretty awesome. I didn't get one this time around, but maybe later on I will. Pretty cool. Hateful Eight. And here I get to look at the Demons poster. That's awesome. They have a whole selection of vinyl in the basement as well. I'm not a big vinyl collector, nor am I a song nerd, or a music nerd, but maybe you recognize a few things you want to get here. Pretty cool. Nice setup. Here's more stuff here, Tommy. You got Rad. There you go. Clockwork Orange. Troll. That's awesome. Yeah, some really cool stuff down here. Alright, so that's my adventure at Vinegar Syndrome, the Toronto store on Roncesvalles. And I got a whole bunch of cool stuff. So shout out to all the clerks there. Everyone's very friendly, very helpful. They know their store, they know their labels, they know their movies. It's really cool stuff. A lot of stuff I didn't take in the store, like in terms of like footage. There was a whole shelving of Boglins. That was cool. There's a whole shelving of a bunch of old paperbacks, mostly movie-related paperbacks. That was awesome. I didn't take footage of the new releases. All that stuff is great as well. I bought some stuff from there. And there's lots of other shelves I didn't take footage of. A lot of the other labels, and then there's like blue movies as well. Looks like Vinegar Syndrome sells a lot of that stuff off their own label. I don't really see it on their site, but my God, there's a whole bunch of stuff there. Vintage, that kind of movie. I'm not trying to get a strike here. Look, there's a lot more to see there. Maybe next time when I go, I'll take more footage and show you a bit more of the store. It's pretty awesome. But I did get a lot of stuff there. stuff that I would have paid a lot in shipping if I had bought it from the website and everything, and stuff I had my eye on, and I was like, you know what, I'm flush with Christmas money. Let me let me take a shot now. So let's start with the singles first. I got The Dog Who Stopped the War. This movie is near and dear to Canadians' hearts. This, I think, was the first of the Tales for All series coming out of Quebec. It was a bunch of uh, like family pictures that were filmed in Quebec and filmed in French, but also distributed elsewhere with English dubs, etc. The Dog Who Stopped the War got a theatrical release in English-speaking Canada. I don't know if it was like a theatrical release, and I don't know if it was theatrically released in the States. It was probably banging around on cable channels afterwards as well. They played it a lot on CBC here in Canada. The Dog Who Stopped the War is basically about a bunch of kids on their holiday break who have a disagreement with each other, and then they have break off into two factions, and they have a snowball fight to end all snowball fights. It erupts into a war, a multi-day war, and they one of the sides constructs a giant snow fort, the likes of which you've never seen. Is a very movie snow fort, very fake. There's drawbridges, there's trap doors, there's secret passages. It's hilarious. There's like turrets and stuff, and I'll just spoil it. Like it's the whole point of the movie. So at the end of the movie, the dog who stopped the war is in reference to this dog that one of the characters owns that all the kids love anyways, and at one point a part of the fort collapses onto the dog and kills it, and that stops the war. Everyone is horrified by this, and then they all go back to school afterward. Look, it's an allegory. It's a kids movie. It hit me hard as a kid. What I like about The Dog Who Stopped the War is that there's a lot of. I'm kind of reviewing this here, but the kids in the movie feel like real kids. The way they talk and the way their feelings are easily crushed, etc. Let me just tell you what's on this thing, and I'll get to the other stuff. So scanning restored 2K from the original 35mm negative. Includes theatrical cut and extended cut in both French and English, so you get two cuts in both languages. Audio commentary featuring author, film historian Kirla Janice, writer, film critic Ralph Elawani, and special guests. So you get commentary on this as well. Now, there was a 25th anniversary edition released in Quebec, so some of those features are on here as well. The Dog Who Stopped the War, as time goes on, 2009, 81-minute feature-length documentary, so you get a whole feature-length movie on here, a documentary about the celebrating the 25th anniversary. There's a brand new introduction by the director, which was filmed in 2023. It's 4 minutes. Love and War, 37-minute new interviews with the stars. An Important Message, filmed in 2023. It's 12 minutes. New interview with the screenwriter. New audio interview with the composer. That's 16 minutes. Archival interview with producer Rock Demir, and I think that's the person who created the Tales for All stuff. So that was filmed in 99, 8 minutes. Archival interviews, deleted scenes, trailer, theatrical, booklet as well. Yeah, there's most of these Vinegar Syndrome things have booklets. So there you go. This is crazy. If you love The Dog Who Stopped the War or remember it at all, you should totally get this. It wasn't that much. I think it was about $40 or so. Okay, enough about The Dog Who Stopped the War. It's awesome. The Magic Crystal. This is a Chinese martial arts fantasy thing. Hong Kong It's got Andy Lau and Cynthia Rothrock. This features newly scanned and restored 2K from its 35mm original camera negative, presented in its original Cantonese language soundtrack with newly translated English subtitles and English language dub track. That's cool. Brand new exclusive commentary track with film historians Frank Zheng and Rick Myers. Just Don't Kill Me, a brand new interview with actress Cynthia Rothrock. That's cool. Bin Bin on Magic Crystal, a brand new interview with actor Wen Bin Bin Cho Yu. 16-page booklet. It's not Vinegar Syndrome without a booklet. And also there's a poster here as well. It's all folded up and stuff. So that's cool. Reversible sleeve artwork, newly translated English subtitles, which they just said anyways. Of course, the slipcase. This is a neat movie. I'm not going to lie, though, it is on YouTube, at least of this recording, in an HD transfer of some sort. But this has all the other trimmings. It has the like interviews and a booklet and commentary and all that stuff. That's cool. The only thing I got was Villages of the Damned. This is 3 lost or rare, hard to find Italian horror movies. It comes with a booklet, of course. Of course it has to. See if I could flip through it here. So there you go. This is so there's this case and the booklet and the DVD are in it, and then the the Blu-ray has its own slipcases. It's like 2 slipcases. It's 3 movies. It's The Forest of the Wolf, which has many titles from 1970. It's The Sky is Falling, which again has many titles from 1975. Beatriz, which probably has many titles as well. They all have like all sorts of different like features and all that stuff. It's cool. The specialty of Vinegar Syndrome is that they restore old, hard to find or considered lost movies, right? So that's pretty cool. Let me put it back in its little case. I put the Blu-ray in its case and the whole thing in the big super case. Let's do the complete Sartana. Now this was a used purchase. Whoever had bought this in the past kept the plastic and just cut around here. I occasionally do that. Sartana is one of many of the Man with No Name ripoffs from the 1960s. Italian spaghetti westerns weren't just Man with No Name. It was a whole thing. And of them, Sartana is probably the most spirited and fun. I mean, there's probably other favorites you have of the ripoffs. The character had a twinkle in his eye personality. There's humor to it. It was a lot of fun. There are 5 movies made. All 5 are on here. And of course a booklet because, Vinegar Syndrome. This is really cool. Limited edition Blu-ray collection, all 5 official Sartana films. Yeah, there are other spoof ones as well. 2K restoration of If You Meet Sartana, Pray for Your Death, from original materials. Brand new 2K restorations of I Am Sartana, Your Angel of Death, Sartana's Here, Trade Your Pistol for a Coffin. I love the titles of these. Have a Good Funeral, My Friend, Sartana Will Pay. And Light the Fuse, Sartana Is Coming. These are real titles for real movies. This is really wicked. From original camera negatives. They go on about the mono and all that and uncompressed, blah, blah, blah. Gosh, I'm sure each one has some sort of like their own bells and whistles too. English soundtrack, audio commentary. I don't know how many of these have commentary, probably all of them. This is a cool set. It was very cheap for used, and I'm pretty sure that the discs are fine. But yeah, no, I was grateful to get this. And last but not least, the ginormous Vinegar Syndrome Lost Picture Show. This set, if you have gone on their website, they have Bally here. Oh my gosh, we made this thing. Greatest set we've ever made. It's 10 movies. Now, these are all restored, either lost movies or hard to find movies. They range the gamut. And it's like Barbara, Las Vegas Strangler, Last American Hobos, Voodoo, Heartbeat, What's Love, Beware Black Widow, Deep Inside, Rare Blue Apes. Rare Blue Apes, I'm very interested in seeing. I saw some clips of it. It looks awesome. Red Midnight, Violated. In addition to the 10 movies, and each of the 10 movies has their own bells and whistles and their own, features and stuff. There's also an 11th film. It's a feature-length documentary about how they restore these movies. It's very interesting. And there's about an almost hour-long walking tour of the archives, like the Vinegar Syndrome archives in Connecticut, I think. So this is the giant, super mother of all sets, and it's, of course, it closes together with magnets, but it folds out like this. You see that. Newspaper articles of some of the movies here. This is crazy. I had my eye on this, and they had it there for cheaper than what was listed on the site, and I was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna totally get this. So those are what I got at the Vinegar Syndrome store. That's probably it for me for Vinegar Syndrome for a bit, and then I'll get the itch and go back. There's a lot of other stuff I wanted to get from there, but you can't get everything, right? And as you can see from those shelves, there's stuff I'm like, oh man, it's all very visually interesting and awesome. We'll see how long this boutique trend lasts. With because some of these movies, I'm sure people will pay through their nose for a big super set with all the trimmings, and then watch the movies and be like, I don't like these movies. What the hell? Maybe that will turn the tide. I don't know, but right now, I am enjoying this B movie wave of very ornate and well thought through sets and stuff. So anyways, that's my Vinegar Syndrome store adventure. Till next time, take care.